Hello, my name's Tom. This is our recording of the one-shot Mischief Mountain using the RPG system Quest. We'll put links for everything down below so you can check out the story and try it yourselves. This is all of our first time using Quest, so we're a bit rough and it's a bit loose with the rules, but we had a lot of fun. We have illustrated most of the interesting things that happen, but to save on time and to save us having to illustrate for weeks on end, we'll be cutting back to me to allow us to summarize big chunks of the story which just dragged on a bit too long, or just to cut out stuff where we got confused on rules. So, without much delay, we're going to jump to the players now and allow them to introduce their characters.
My name is Peregrine Hemstock, but everyone calls me Perry because Peregrine is a stupid name. I'm 21 years old and I stand 4 feet tall because I'm a dwarf. I'm the party's invoker. When people see me, they first notice my stout stature, wide grey eyes, and distracted expression. I wear a simple dress, a collection of runes, and move with a faraway air. I'm from a quaint village where my people are known for using their old magic to help others. I believe in giving to those in need, but my oblivious side can get in my way. I dream of making my family proud.
Who's you playing then, Elliot?
Hello, my name is Cendric Pufenche. I am 15 years old, and I stand a whole 3 feet tall. I'm the party's magician. When people see me, they first notice my slightly chubby halfling statue, ginger hair and freckles, and my mischievous grin with one missing tooth. I wear an elegant little blue jacket and shorts with long socks, and move with an excited skip in my step. I'm from the remote village of Fayfield, where people are known for the golden wheat they grow and mill. I believe in heroism, and I want to be a hero, but my chaotic and childish side can get in the way. I dream of finding the biggest familiar in the world and prove that I can be a great magician despite getting kicked out of school. That is Cendric for you.
So, how tall is
4 foot.
You're both so
4
tiny.
feet? So, Perry and
Cendric.
Cendric. I might write those down in case I
A
really
small
forget.
friend.
Yeah, tiny. Come on.
Okay.
So,
Hi, my name is Cassius O'Connell.
Oh, wow.
Cash for short.
Cash.
I'm 27 years old and I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a half elf. I'm the party's doctor. When people see me, they first notice my freckles, skeptical eyes, and androgynous vibes, which sounds like the title of a poem. I wear really oversized round glasses, khaki shirt tucked into beige trousers, and move with caution and a sense of anxiety. I am from a fairly big city. I left because I left the medical school where I was studying because I had an existential crisis. And I believe in pragmatism, but my fearful side can get in the way. And I dream of becoming the greatest scholar in my field, but he's not really sure what that is yet.
Cool.
Magical.
So, the adventure begins like a lot of other adventures do, with all of the players meeting at a tavern miles and miles away. At this tavern, they all realised they each possessed a different part of the same map. Upon realising this, they decided they would piece it together and find out what lay at the end. So, after many days of exploring and travelling along the road together, they find themselves at the edge of a forest with thick fog billowing out from between the trees. After travelling through the trees for what feels like days, weeks, months maybe, they eventually find themselves coming out from the fog and seeing along the skyline large mountains. The strange thing is, when they entered the forest, there was no sign of these mountains. Upon the top of one of the mountains, they see a gleaming tower. Undeterred, they decide to venture on ahead, trying to follow what's left of the map. After a while, they find themselves approaching a sign. Upon close inspection, they see the sign says, "This way to Treasure Town."
Well,
What would you guys like to do?
that doesn't seem ominous at all.
I mean, there's clearly some magic there. I could learn a few new things if we went that way.
It's a town of treasure. I want to see the town of treasure.
I think there's treasures bigger than me.
And bigger than me, because we're small.
Maybe there's treasures bigger than you.
That's a bit harder to to accomplish, to be honest.
It's a town made of treasure. They must have something. We should check it out.
Okay.
Don't be scared. We'll have 2 strong dwarves and halflings. We're gonna protect you.
Okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Dang. I would hold your hand, but it's too high up. Let's do this. Come on, let's get some treasure.
Okay.
I run ahead. Please don't make me roll.
You're out of breath immediately.
I am. I'll look for animals.
I would say we wouldn't even need to roll for that. Yeah, you can see quite a few. But are you looking for anything in particular?
A big one.
A big one. Roll for that then.
20! Yep.
Yeah.
You start to wander off the path a little bit, and whilst doing so, you start to see bits of like routes through the forest made by larger animals. And in doing so, you just sort of like trace over your eyes, and you eventually catch the eyes of what looks like a boar. And it's about 4 or 5 foot tall.
I didn't think this through. I quietly go back to the others. I didn't realize how big they are.
That's quite enough for me there.
I need to reconsider my goal of finding a big familiar. No, it's just kidding. I want to go back to the other. Oh, no, I want to. How far am I?
You're not very far off. You're just like a few feet into the woods.
Hey, you guys, do you want to help me catch a boar?
Why?
Because I could tame it and I could have a familiar.
Do you know how dangerous they are?
No?
Quite dangerous.
I'm asking for help, so 3 of us can, like, tame a boar, right?
Well, maybe.
And then we can ride into Treasure Town on the back of a boar.
Well, I know that's your life's goal, to have a big creature, and I'll always help you.
Oh, please do.
Okay, how are we going to do it?
I suppose I'll be here ready to heal you if it attacks.
Well, have you ever met a boar?
I've met a pig, a big pig.
Same thing, I think.
Basically the same.
What do pig like?
They eat anything, really. So maybe food.
We could take them some flowers.
Oh, do they... Oh, I've never fed them a flower before. But I presume they'd eat one. Eat anything.
I'll pick some tasty-looking flowers.
Okay. Easily done. Pick quite a few, yeah.
Okay, I want to... how should we do this? I'm not...
Let me,
I could bedazzle it.
All I could do is put it to sleep, but then I imagine that when it wakes up, it would be quite irritated with us.
Oh, you could put it to sleep. I'll put the flowers in its mouth, and it will wake up tasting the delicious flowers, and we can just pet it.
Do you think that would work?
I don't know. I've never tried. We could try, you know? Okay.
I could look in my book because, as you know, I'm not very well versed in my magic yet, but I can check if there's something that could help us. Okay, so, I'm sending it the message now. Okay. Hello, almighty creature. We were wondering if you would care to join us in our party. We have a noble warrior who wishes for you to be his companion.
Okay.
It's meant.
Flowers.
Oh, and we have flowers. We have flowers for you.
I would say roll to see how persuading
Okay.
you came across.
I'm going to use one with flowers in because that will give us some luck. Oh, 6.
Yeah, so the whole boar encounter goes south very fast. It stretches on quite a while, so we'll just cut it. But basically what happens is they try to send it to sleep. They fail. Cedric then tries to force feed it some flowers to befriend it. That doesn't go down well. He gets his fingers bitten. And then the boar just has enough and runs off into the forest. So yeah, didn't quite go as they planned. So now all a bit worse for wear, they decide to venture on ahead and try and find this treasure town. Which doesn't take them too long. as after only a few hours of walking, they seem to be entering the place, with one giant building right in the centre and rows of idyllic houses spiralling out from it. They decide to try and see what that building is. As they go through the town, though, the entire place is covered in garlands and bunting and decorations, and everyone they meet is very friendly and welcoming and just greets them as if they're some sort of long-lost friend. The whole thing's a bit off and rather strange, and as they get closer to this building right in the centre, they spot a woman who seems to be standing outside, apparently waiting for them.
She's looking at us.
I mean, we are an odd-looking group.
I'm pretty normal looking for a halfling.
You've currently got, like, mud sort of down one side of your face and swollen fingers.
I'm still pretty normal. No, I'm not. My mum would tell me off, probably. My jacket is... Yeah. Oh, wow. It's just a jacket.
Cash cautiously approaches and says, good morning, Mom. Might you tell us where we are and why you're looking at us in that way?
So you just go straight up to her?
Yeah.
Cool. So, the woman waiting outside the building hastily makes her way over to them with a smile and begins talking to them. Hello, adventurers. My name's Fiona Fairweather, and I'm pleased to welcome you to the Mischief Mountain. You've been invited by the trickster for his test. If you're all keen and willing. To pass the test, you must reach the top of the mountaintop and defeat the trickster himself, as he's sort of waving up. If you pass the test, you'll win something from our collection of treasures. If you want to turn back, you're free now to leave, but if you decide to play the game, I'm afraid there's no turning back beyond that point. If you choose to play, you'll be allowed to browse our collection of treasures and take one item if you pass the test. If you win, you get to keep the item you choose, but just be warned. The more valuable the treasure you choose, the more challenging the test may be. So please do choose wisely. If you lose, well, I can't really tell you what happens. That's part of the game, you see. So I was wondering, do you want to play?
Cash, when she said test, stood up a little straighter for a second because written exams are totally their thing, and then it went on about going up the mountain, and then they immediately shrunk back into themselves.
If your friends are up for playing too as well.
I gesture the others over.
Hello.
Oh, hey there.
Did we hear that?
Yeah, she like beckoned you over and she would start coming towards you as you were speaking. So I'd say you'd all managed to hear that, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm not really looking for an item, but I was just wondering if you have like a zoo.
A zoo?
I'm looking for a familiar.
Let's have a look here. She starts like flicking through stuff like, well, it's not in our museum inventory at the moment, but I'm sure I could arrange something if you were to pass the said test. You can take I'm afraid the rules are quite stringent. You can take a treasure, but I'm sure at the end if you're successful we can sort something out for you in the end. As I'm sure we can exchange it worth for worth.
I'm in.
Well, I want to help. I want to help him get his familiar, so I'm in.
What would you like?
Well, I just want to make my family proud. You know, I've got to try and find out what my skill is. So maybe I'll get. Do you dabble in magic?
Oh yes, very much so. We've actually got starts flicking through quite a lot of magical items of inside. I'm sure they may aid you or give you some inspiration, perhaps.
Well, I'd like to do that because I can bring it back to my family.
Yeah, and you can be like, I outsmarted the trickster, and I think that would be really impressive.
Yeah, they would. I think they would find that pretty cool.
It would weigh very heavily on my conscience if you went and did this and then died, so I guess I'm coming along too to make sure you don't die.
Yes.
You can like practice bringing people back to life when we die. Or like
I can't do that.
Oh, well, you can practice. So you'll be able to.
Maybe you can learn.
Maybe.
Maybe not on us, but you know. Yeah, we're in.
So we'll call it a cuts there. Wasn't quite too sure where to cut it, to be honest. There's no real good stopping point as they just keep talking and talking. But I think there will do fine. We should have another episode out in a week, I'm guessing. We'll see how long it takes me to piece it all together. Like I said at the start, links for everything can be found down below. We'll put the adventure we're running down there and just a link to Quest in general. And yeah, thank you very much for watching.